Hello, welcome to the Soul Sisters podcast.
Third. Number three. Maybe next year, in a year from now, we'll make number 4.
Yeah, hopefully sooner. But that's
Hopefully soon.
not likely based on our history. So.
Or number of children.
Yeah.
Or grandchildren or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm Erin.
And I'm Carissa.
Did you already say that?
I don't remember,
I don't
but
think so.
we live in Wisconsin.
And
It's
go ahead.
flurry, freezing rain.
Yeah. It's 2 days before
Lightly
Thanksgiving.
right now. Not too bad. The roads were okay coming here. There were a couple spots.
Carissa had to drive about an hour.
But I listened to Brené Brown, so that's no problem.
Was it Dolly Parton?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh, that was good.
It was good. Yeah, I didn't realize she was gonna reference her faith as frequently as she did, but I thought that was cool. It resonated for me.
Why is Dolly really hot right now?
I don't know. I wondered that too because there's yarn about her too.
There's yarn about
and she's
her?
gonna have a thing on Netflix. Yeah, I think Grocery Girls have shown it.
Oh yeah, they have. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And just Dolly is everywhere right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that, and I have not paid a lot of attention to her prior to now this interview, but it was cool to hear her view.
Yep. And boy, that woman is one smart cookie, let me tell you.
Okay, the one other experience that it's not my own experience, but the woman I lived with in California,
Yeah.
she was she's an artist and a licensing artist, but she was a courtroom illustrator at one point in time in California when Dolly had some trial for something.
Oh.
And she talked about how she drew the pictures, sent them into the newspaper or something, and they said, "Can't you like do something to like cover up her chest?" So she had to like draw books in front of her because it was so distracting. I guess just the size
Well,
of her chest.
Her eyes are up here, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you not look there, right?
I don't know, but that's the only other connection that's the only other time in my life that I've ever heard Dolly Parton.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh, are we gonna go here?
No, we don't have to do that. No, let's not go there. Let's talk about what we're wearing.
Okay, so let's go.
No. Other than Carissa's going to be dancing around a pole, she didn't want to disclose that.
Right,
So
right.
okay.
Go ahead.
I am wearing Andrea Maury's shift cowl.
Wait. Is that all the check-in we're gonna do? We're going right into FOs. Because you haven't even talked about Owen.
Okay, we can rewind. All right. And in other news, I happen to be a grandma.
Yes, hooray!
I'm a grandma. When I never thought I was going to be a grandma, I am a grandma.
You always hoped.
I always have
want
hope.
to put too much hope there because you didn't know.
No, I did not want to be disappointed, but I was kind of told by one of them, my daughter-in-law, that probably not. We're not going to have kids. And my son just recently said, "Who told you that?" And I said, "Her." And he says, "Oh no."
And now he's here.
He's here. He is a beautiful baby boy. His name is Owen, and I thought he looked like my daughter-in-law, and everybody else says he looks like my son. So.
I didn't think that until the second picture, and then I thought it looked just like Coulter.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing some comparison baby pictures on Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
I found some pictures. So I moved. That's one thing that happened since we podcasted last.
Yeah.
I moved.
When was it? Was it a year ago?
Close to a year ago.
So
you and Corinne did a sleepover.
Yeah.
So I was driving down the road one day and I saw this house and I said, "Hey babe, let's call the realtor." And what do you know? We bought a house and moved. So
it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
Next podcast, we're going to show you how beautiful it is.
Okay.
But today we're in the basement.
Okay, yeah. We had a debate about where we were going to do this, but
Next time.
Yeah.
Heather's doing well, I assume.
Heather's doing well, although she is quite a private person, so I'm not sure if I would really know the truth or not.
Okay.
So,
but you've seen them, and
I've seen them. They look good. Everybody looks happy and healthy.
Great.
Yep.
Excellent.
And
That's
my
exciting.
son is actually holding the baby, acting like a father, and changing diapers.
Did that surprise you?
It didn't surprise me, but I just wondered how it would go.
Why? What did you picture?
Well, he's a little Sheldon-esque, you know. He's a little bit
mhm.
straight, narrow, black and white.
Yeah. So there's a lot of variability with babies and children.
Yeah.
You weren't sure how I would handle that.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to see that
I can't
continue.
wait. I mean, yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to check in about? Are you excited about winter?
I love winter.
Me
Really? I did not know
I
that.
didn't even
How
know
did I
that.
not know that?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
fall is my favorite season.
Me
but
too.
Winter is probably my second favorite.
Oh.
Now let's see, what's your least favorite?
Summer.
Oh no, mine is spring. Spring is just a mess.
Yeah, spring is kind of messy, but I love the promise of planting. That's what I love about spring and the smells that come along with spring. And the first day I can liberate my feet out of their socks and boots and go barefoot.
Yeah.
I take so much joy in that, but I don't like the heat. I don't like summer and the heat.
There's just, I love the water. That's why I love the summer.
Yeah, I love the
I
water.
know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
But no, why do I like winter? It's because, gosh, I love a good snowstorm, you know. That snow is coming and you can't even see the trees that are in your yard. And it's swirling and whirling. And now in our new house, we have a fireplace that we start, and the blankets or the hand knit sweaters that are wrapped around you, my good book, my cup of coffee or my hot toddy. And just, I mean, all is right with the world, and it's all about the simple things when you get right down to it.
Well, I like when snow falls in the winter because there's just like this sense of peace. You know, like just
I love it so much.
I love it.
Oh.
I love it. I love watching it when we're at school out the windows.
I do
love
too.
it at home even more
Yep.
because I can sit on the couch
Yep.
and enjoy it. And then I also love about winter when there's, I don't know exactly what causes it. I think it's, you wake up and everything's frozen or frosted.
Yeah.
Everything being trees. When
Yep.
the trees are all frosted and then the
Yes.
sun comes through it and it kind of like
Oh,
glitters.
yeah.
Or
Oh, the
glows.
glitter. Oh,
You know
my
what I'm
gosh.
talking about?
Yes.
That's
And
beautiful.
when the bushes look like popcorn balls, you know?
Yeah, like hydrangeas and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I like all of that.
love it.
And I love like warm tea, warm hot chocolate. That
Oh, I
idea
love
of
it
like
too.
cozy
Yep.
is really strong in
And-
winter.
No matter. Okay, almost every single day we walk the dog. And it has to be maybe 15 degrees or below for me not to walk the dog.
Wind chill or actual temperature?
Actual temperature.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
In case there's any Canadian
Yeah.
watchers in our 3 subscribers.
Yeah. And I don't
Or
walk her
outside
in,
of Canada, lots
Yeah,
of other people
outside.
in Celsius.
I don't walk her in rain or I'll walk her in the wind, but what was I going to say?
You said
about that?
15 actual or wind chill? I missed that
Yeah,
answer.
actual. I said actual, but depends on.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, when it starts to get cold and snows out there, I'm grumbling. I'm putting on my long underwear, my snow pants, and bundling up. By the time I get everything on, I'm hot.
Yeah.
So then you get outside and you get that whiff of cold, clean, snowy air, and you start walking. And our dog is a boxer, and she's got these adorable little buns that jiggle as she runs ahead of you. And she's so cute. She's like a caramel button.
Oh my gosh.
And I love that. So anyway,
I'm sure lots of dog people can relate to that. It's just not me. Though I am starting to like our cats and enjoy them outside. Did I tell you we got 2 more?
No.
Did we? I think we had the story about the cats in our previous podcast.
We may have.
Where a friend found them and left on the side of the road.
Yep.
In a box. And
Yes.
it's like, well, we can have them. They can be our barn cats.
Yeah.
And then they were too young to be barn cats, and then they had to stay in our house all winter until it was warm enough to go outside. And then they did, but one of them got lost this summer. I don't know, got lost or eaten. I'm not sure. He wandered and never came back. And so then there was just one Mo, and he seemed a little lonely. And my sister-in-law had kittens and said, "Does anybody want any of these kittens, barn kittens?" I thought, well, yeah, Mo does seem lonely. I mean, I don't really like cats, and I don't really want to care about him, other than taking care. You know, like I'm not going to be cruel to animals. But so we got the other two
Yes.
one. We got one.
Yep.
Orangey, and they
Is that
didn't-
his name, Orangey?
Orangey, yeah. And they did not get along. So then Orangey was like this new little kitten left like meowing by itself in the garage. And Mo was just wandering around, and every time they came, he'd, you know.
Mhm.
So then we got another one because it didn't feel right to leave Orangey, the little kitten, alone.
Yes.
And so then Orangey and Paul, now they're close.
Couldn't be Ringo and Paul.
That was considered, but I think no, that's what it is. My parents had a different cat, and they named that one Ringo, which gave us they named this one Paul. And so, anyway, but now all three of them get along. They cuddle together for warmth
good.
on the stoop, and I'm starting to like them. And they're kind of fat but fluffy, and they're outside. So I like cats a lot more when they're outside.
Yes, I like cats a lot more when someone else owns them. So, ew.
Jake wants to get a dog. He always jokes about it, but we have sheep too, not hair sheep. I'm not
Yeah.
making yarn
Yeah.
out of that, but so you could use dogs to help guard your flock, really. And so he's thought about that for quite a while, but we can't handle any more responsibility. But also the other night he just said, like, yeah, he hopes we can have a beagle, and I actually secretly want. I don't know if it's a secret or not, but I would like a beagle too, because my friend Ross had this beagle called Happy. That was his name. He was the fattest. Like, oh my gosh, he was so just lovable.
Yeah.
And so I could see a beagle being fun, but I don't want one right now.
I think beagles are nice dogs. They bark a lot, I think.
I think like,
Yep,
right?
yep. And I think they'll take off
After things.
after things.
I think you're right about that.
So.
I think I've read about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening now.
Yeah. No. God.
It's not happening now because I have 5 kids. The oldest is 10 years old.
Let's go down the ages.
Gabe is 10. Colby is 8. Annie is 5.5. And then Vinny and Ruby will be 3 in 3 months.
Fudge.
I know.
Oh my God.
happening quickly.
They're not babies anymore.
No, and they're starting to like say no when you ask them to do things, and then like wait until you go physically get them to do the thing. Or like Vinny lately has been kind of like yelling at us, not in a rude way,
Yeah.
but there's yelling that happens at our house.
Oh, yeah.
And I partake, and so it's something like he wants milk, and I'll say, well, yeah, go get the jug. I'll get you some milk. And he goes, the jug's right here. I mean, it's not that clear because he's not that. None of my kids spoke very clearly very early, but yeah, he's just it's exciting. It's fun.
Does he have a tinge of red to his hair?
No, that was just a filter. I mean,
Oh, okay.
not any more
Yeah.
than I do. Right?
No,
So not
no,
really.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
And then the twins, the youngest ones, painted their toenails and their fingernails. Now, my question is, what did they use to paint them with?
Nail polish.
Oh my!
I know. In the living room. In the living room. So here
Oh my
was my
God,
wrestle. This
Krista.
was
Oh my
last
God.
Saturday, I think. So I'm trying to be so many.
Yes.
I'm trying to be me, but also so many moms in me. So
Yes.
I started the morning with, I think it was Fun Mom. Like I played a
Oh,
game with Annie,
Okay, yeah.
which is great. And then it was like Healthy Mom, because the babies and I made something together, some breakfast
Yep.
thing that was decently healthy. And then I was like, I don't know. Then I was Responsible Mom. And so I like went, no, that's what it was. I was Fun Mom because Annie and I painted nails together in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So then I'm trying to be Teacher Mom. I say, Annie, please put the nail polish away. Then I'm also trying to be healthy mom, plus also teacher, developmental mom. Again, like making breakfast with the twins.
Yes.
So I don't watch whether or not Annie puts it away. Then I am trying to be responsible mom, so I fold clothes. But before I fold clothes, I see Ruby's already taken one of the nail polishes out. It was a clear glitter one, and she was trying. And I said, "No, Ruby, you cannot do this. We'll paint your nails later,
And Ruby
but
goes,
you can't." Yeah, and this is what Ruby does, because she'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom." And she did that. So I thought I should have known better, but I thought we were on the same page. So I went downstairs to fold clothes, and then the boys, because responsible mom or clean mom, that's not one I try to be though. I'm not a clean mom. But so the boys come inside, and I hear them say, "Oh, Vinny, no, go see mom, go see mom." And I'm thinking, oh. And Vinny, and then they bring him to the top of the stairs, and I can't see it then, but then I go, what's going on? What's wrong? They painted their nails. Oh, no. And it was like, grab that thing, since this is why we're down here. The blue lid. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's even more vivid blue than this. It's electric blue.
Yeah. I don't have
electric.
anything.
This. It's like that bright. That's the nail polish. And then another color, which is like a corally color. That was a little more neutral, but the dark blue, it was. Oh, Vinny just painted his whole hand, his whole foot, and then his face had some on it too. And
how did you get it off?
I didn't. Okay,
because I saw them in the bathtub. And I'm thinking, oh, it must be like tempera paint.
No, right? It's nail polish. And
I
I'm
know.
thinking, I'm not gonna like rub nail polish remover on your face. Plus, I just didn't have the energy at that point. So and it was on like the rug and the stool. So I had Annie try to use nail polish to clean that off. But that didn't really happen. Plus, I got flashbacks to when I was a kid and I spilled nail polish remover on the coffee table, and it took the whole stain off. Took the stain off. So I had to, for my 4-H project that summer, I redid the whole coffee table.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
repainted the bottom, sanded and redid the top.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a learning experience. But anyway, that's what I thought was going to happen to this stool when Annie was trying to clean it off. Anyway, so I put them in the bathtub because I didn't know what else to do with them, covered in nail polish remover, and I wasn't going to slather it all over them.
Actually, getting them in the bathtub probably is time for you to just take a breath and just go, let me collect myself.
Right. And the bathroom is right by the kitchen, so I put them in there, and you can hear them the whole time, so I know it's okay. And I'm coming in and out, and then I'm out, and I'm talking to Jake in the kitchen, and I hear like, shh, shh, splash, 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 which they usually do. But I'm just thinking, like, just get them in there, and I'll just let them soak until, because that's when it, like nail polish comes off if you get it on your fingers, like when you take a shower. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit in that tub for 30 minutes, kids.
Yeah, soak it off.
Soak it up, and
like
let's
a
just try to
burned-out
wipe it off
pan.
with the towel afterward.
Yeah.
Then I go back into the bathroom, water everywhere, all over the entire floor, like 3 by 4 feet to this. It was just pure water. There's a towel down there, right? Soaked, completely soaked. The clothes there are wet. I was like, I just can't keep up with you. So, anyway, that's it's a lot of joy and
It
a lot
is.
of fun
Yeah,
and a lot to keep up with at the same time.
I can't imagine.
But we're super grateful for them. We love them.
Yep, betcha.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
Just as
adorable.
much joy as work. So. The ratio is better than when they were infants. When they were brand new, that work to joy ratio is real tough.
I believe that.
Work,
I believe that. I believe that.
So yeah, we're good. We're great.
Mm.
I think they're going to be into the Christmas this year. Like they'll start to get. I don't know that they'll understand Santa and stuff, but they'll like the tree. They'll like decorating the tree and stuff.
You know, when Coulter was 2.5, we hired a Santa to come. And this dude was so good.
Really?
And then a couple of years after that, even we hired the particular Santa, first one we hired, moved away, And then we hired this other guy from Ellsworth who I knew, and that was really fun.
Interesting. I don't.
He was sure, Coulter was sure he saw Rudolph's light up in the sky.
That's fun. So you're kind of like feeding them magic
Yeah,
a little.
because it was probably a plane, and I said, "Oh my gosh, that could be Rudolph's nose. He's going to be here." And then what do you? Hoo hoo hoo! And then Colt.
Oh.
I mean, you 2.5, and the eyes, and oh my God, it was so much fun.
Do you think you'll try to do that for Owen?
Oh
if you're
yeah,
Open to it?
yes.
Okay, that's cool.
If I have to sew a freaking Santa suit and stuff Grandpa in it, meaning my
You
husband,
would be
I
good.
will do
It'd
it.
be good, but Owen would know who it was in a second. You'd have
I
to
think
do
so,
it a
too.
stranger.
I know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. We've never been that into Santa growing up or in my house, but we did do Advent cards last year with the kids through Kids Read Truth or something like that, and so we'll do those again this year because that was neat.
I don't know what that is.
So there were cards that had a picture on one side, and then read a little bit of the Christmas story or a Bible verse, and then it had questions for you to talk about as a family. It was cool. It was
Where
really
did you
cool.
get that?
I think it was from Kids Read Truth or She Reads Truth.com.
Because I have the children's ministry gal at our church, First United Methodist Church of Red Wing. I think is struggling right now. What can I do for families and kids that are burned out with online learning? And I think that would be that could be a quick little one day, an Advent thing, a little something every day for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. It's out of stock right now because I was going to buy it for my niece and nephew as well for this year, but it was.
But it wouldn't be hard to just come up with something either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for your children's ministry.
Yeah.
Yepper. That's a good idea. Anything else? That's probably enough of that. Let's see.
Enough chit chat.
Let's see your shift now.
Oh, talk about what we're wearing?
Yes.
Okay, I am wearing the second shift that I have knit, the shift cowl, I believe it's
your
called.
Second.
So
I think it's called just the shift.
the
but
shift?
I don't know. I could be
I
wrong.
don't think it is.
Okay.
I think the shift is a big shawl. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
the first one I knit was out of that spin cycle yarn, and then this was knit out of Ella Ray Marmal, it's called. And I got the yarn at Darn Knit Anyway, which is in Stillwater, Minnesota. Shout out to the yokel yarn store, the local yarn store. And I am a knitter. Look at the colors.
That's pretty cool.
I am a knitter that likes a lot of color variation to what I knit. So I can wear it with anything, and I'm wearing it with my Resisting Evil, Injustice, and Oppression in whatever forms they present themselves shirt.
Where'd you get that?
This online.
Online. Where?
That's like the baptismal covenant. Not to get too religious with everybody or not, but
Of your church?
yeah.
Cool.
Isn't it like the Apostles' Creed?
No, that's not the Apostles'
Okay.
This is really cool.
But anyway, I think it's
The
part
blues
cotton.
Speak to me.
Yeah. So you knit this big, long, weird shaped trapezoid, and then you stitch it. I think it's I don't know what it is in the back, but anyway.
Mattress.
And you can't even imagine how it's gonna. That's the fun of knitting this thing, is you have no idea how the colors are going to present themselves, and I am always pleasantly surprised.
Because that marmal, LRA marmal, is a color changing yarn.
Yep.
Okay. Then let's just go to one, because I am thinking about knitting this,
Yeah.
but with this
Hi, baby.
mini set. With these.
So you haven't knit a thing out of this yet.
I did, and then I tore it out because I didn't like
Oh,
it.
okay.
I knit the.
God, I love those so much.
Right. So
What's the weight of these?
I think it's DK. Here, you hold all that.
I'd knit hat vent.
Yeah, you would knit that.
I would.
But I want to wear this.
Oh,
So these
okay.
are the Sonata mini set by.
Oh, shoot. But keep talking. Oh,
The Sonata mini set by Nicole Huloco. And I love it. I wanted to knit mittens out of it. And so I did that, but then I didn't really like how they were turning out. And so I undid that, and then I tried them again in a different combination, and I still didn't like it. So now I'm thinking, can I make this into this? Because you use 3 different yarns.
yes,
right?
you can make that into that.
So
You
that's-
just keep switching off and
Yeah, that's what I was
And-
trying to figure out, because
oh.
there's 10 here, but I could pair them. But,
all you need to know is yardage.
okay.
You don't even need to know how many, what mini, whatever. Just figure out what your yardage is of the total yardage
I
and
think
start
it's 8 or
knitting.
900.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
But
This-
so then how would I do the color changes?
It tells you when to change color.
But do you think I would like put these 3 together as one of the colors and then put these 3 together as color B
No. Well, maybe.
and then put, I don't know which. I
Okay, what
don't
would
know,
I do?
these 4 together as color C,
I would do at least the 2 grays.
right, as one of the colors.
Yep. The 2 grays are like a color.
Yeah, then maybe these 3 could be
And
a
then,
color.
or with this one, I get that one with the reds.
But look at, there's 5 of them.
Get that one with the reds like I'm telling you to do. Okay, I do the blues,
Yeah,
the reds,
but then what
the
about,
grays, and then you have the kind of like, I would switch this one and this one. And this one goes with the oranges.
this is 4, don't I? This is 4.
It's
Don't
like,
I need
so what?
3?
If you would, yeah, but you would, if, once you use this for, let's say this is color C.
Yeah.
Next time it tells you to bring back in color C, you bring that in.
But look at look at that combination when those get together. I'm gonna like that. Like this. I don't know, but I think that's what I'm
I
gonna
love it
do.
all.
That's my plan.
Good gravy, I love it all.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really
that's an
pretty,
awesome
isn't
plan.
it?
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. So do you
Yeah.
start on this long edge?
No.
You start at the little and you,
You
build.
start
There's a corner.
at some corner here. I don't know
Either
which
that
one.
or this one.
I think right here.
Mm-hmm.
You start and you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yep. And you keep getting big until you get down to this, the tip, and then you start getting smaller again, and then you get to this somehow.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I'm just about to cast this on because I finished my other thing.
And so these little blips are created by doing slip. It's what do we call it? Mosaic knitting. And even if you lose count and you miss a stitch and you do something, I mean, look at that. You'll never see a mistake in there, no matter how many you make, because it just doesn't matter.
Do you have to think hard when you're doing that or not?
Nope, not.
Okay. No counting or something.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Because I don't really want to knit anything too tricky right now.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Cool.
Do you want to talk about yours?
Okay, yeah. So my shawl is the Appalachian shawl. I don't know who it's by because I knit it so long ago.
It's knit out of a worsted. Oh, this is, yeah.
This is
I remember seeing this
Plucky
somewhere.
Knitter. Yeah, because I took it right off of Plucky Knitter's Instagram.
Gosh,
went and
darn
bought all
it.
the colors that they
Oh my
had.
God, that's so pretty.
But yeah, it was their Traveler DK, I think.
Was it a kit?
No, but they had the yarns, and so I bought exactly what was shown in the picture.
This purple and rust, and then this has the pieces of
Oh yeah,
of it in it.
all of it, and then it's this turquoisey navy is that, and man,
Oh yeah.
I love this shawl, and it's
Do you wear it a
soft.
lot?
I
It
don't
is
wear any
soft.
shawl a lot because they fall off, but every chance that I can, I do wear it.
It's called the Avalanche.
Appalachian.
App-
Appalachian shawl. I don't remember who it's by, but it's beautiful. Fun to knit. Oh, the best part about this shawl.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good knitting story. The best part about this shawl is that I don't remember where I started or ended. Well, here. So I got to about, so all the way through, this is the end, and I got to about here-ish, like there.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 rows, maybe it was like here.
Yeah.
Like 2-ish rows left of the navy-ish teal, and I didn't have any of it. It was done. It was gone. And so then I went on Plucky to see if they had more, but it was not. It was apparently, I guess they do like special
Yep.
bases only at certain times,
Yep.
and so they did not have it. And I emailed them and asked if they had it, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we don't. We checked our barn and we didn't have any." And they said sometimes you can find it on a Ravelry group. Do you remember this story?
Keep going.
So there's a Ravelry group. I think it was called Plucky. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what it was called, but it was something with Plucky Knitter. And so I posted in that. Well, first of all, I looked on Ravelry because you can look for people who are selling
Yeah.
skeins of the
Yes.
yarn. And I looked, and I don't think there were any that were quite the same. It was different bases or something like that. So somehow, I think I posted out there. I said, "Hey, I'm looking for one skein," or I think I only needed
Yards.
12.
Yes.
12 meters or 12 yards. That was all I needed of this Grumpy Old Sailor is the colorway
Oh wow.
in like Traveler DK or
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm not sure. Traveler something Traveler was in it. And some woman, Cheryl, from I don't remember where. Maybe
Shout out to Cheryl.
South Carolina. Mama Cheryl Knits on Instagram. She's super, super kind because she said, "Hey, I have some. I'll just send it to you." And so she did. She sent me, and she sent like 40 yards, even though I really only did like 12 because she's super kind and generous. And she mailed it to me from like, I don't know, South Carolina, Alabama,
Jeez.
something like that. She mailed me the exact yarn that I needed. My gosh, I couldn't believe it.
I
And
love
so then
that.
I could finish the shawl.
Knitters,
Isn't that so kind?
knitters are good people.
That was just,
Yeah.
that makes this shawl even better.
Yep, it does.
That's the coolest knitting community experience I've had. That was just,
Yeah.
thanks Cheryl. Here's the shawl.
Thanks, Cheryl.
She knit a really cool baby blanket too. No, maybe it was crochet. And but it had like 3D flowers on it. Man, that was so
Wow.
impressive.
Yes.
So yeah, that's this shawl. Did you find out who it's by or no?
It didn't come up. A different shawl came up. I couldn't find it.
Oh well, if you do show notes, maybe I'll find it. And send it to
I'm
you.
not doing show notes. It takes so
Appalachian.
long.
If you look up Appalachian,
I
shawl,
did.
you'll
A
find
different shawl came up.
It's there.
Do you know who the designer is?
No, that's what we're trying to figure out here. You
Damn
talk
it.
about
Yep.
something and I'll look it up.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about slippers.
There's 2 P's in Appalachian. That's why.
Okay. There's 2 P's.
Let's talk about slippers.
Let's talk about slippers. So, a while back, Darn It Anyway they have a club called Makers League, which Carissa and I.
Laura Ayler.
Oh, that's it, huh?
That's it.
Because it had that zigzag in it, and I don't remember seeing you have a zigzag.
Yeah, it's there. It's just not as prominent
Okay.
with these colors.
All right.
You can kind of see it down here. But yeah.
Okay.
Laura Ayler. Laura-Aylor. Beautiful.
All right.
Okay. Slippers. Darn it anyway.
Anyway, so
Makers League.
I made myself a pair. I made my husband a pair. Made my daughter-in-law a pair. My pair, my daughter-in-law's pair, got holes in them.
Oh, man.
We were stupid. We tossed them out. I
This
didn't know how to
brings me
fix it.
This is the book that I brought to talk about, but keep going.
Okay. My husband hasn't worn a hole in his, but he wears his all the time. Well,
Does he?
anyway, yeah.
Was it different yarn?
No. No.
Same yarn.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't know. I just guess I wore mine more inside, probably.
But do you really think Heather wore hers more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, for her birthday this year, which was mid-November, well, Heather, what do you want for your birthday? I want slippers. Okay. What color do you want? She says, I like grays and I like charcoals
Oh.
and
There
so
you go.
I'm
Perfect.
looking- yeah. So I get this oatmeal color and I get this charcoal color,
Oh,
and I knit a pair of slippers and felted them. And they are tiny, folks.
those are tiny.
These are teeny tiny slippers
That would have to be for Annie. Like those
that
don't even fit
yeah,
Dave and Cole.
that would fit a kid.
A
So
young kid, because not a 10-year-old kid. in
I
my
was
house.
I was a bad felter, and I felted these suckers on like a super hygienic wash, and I was impatient with them. And
Live and learn. Is this the first time you felted slippers?
no, because remember, I knit
Yeah.
myself a pair, knit Ross a pair, and
That's
knit
what I
Heather a pair.
thought. So
So, and even you can see the crease here in the bottom. I was naughty in stitching them together. This was probably an error how I stitched this
because that's
together.
pretty noticeable.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go to
The art store.
no, they're going to go to the church's Christmas project to some little kid who needs a pair of slippers.
Awesome. I
But
bet they're still super warm and
Yeah,
comfy, don't
they're-
you think?
this is a great pattern. It's called Felted Clogs on Ravelry. And if you go to my Ravelry page, Erin Marks
MARCKS.
CKS,
ERIN
Yep.
MARCKS.
you'll see my notes about the next pair I knit. So then, I mean, I was knitting slippers. I am so sick of knitting slippers because then I took what was left over of this tan yarn and this gray yarn, and I mixed it with the teal yarn and the light gray
Did you
yarn.
say what kind of yarn this is?
Hold on. I mixed it with the teal yarn and the light gray yarn of her previous slippers. This is it'll come to me in a minute.
Okay.
And so then
Oh wow.
it turned out kind of marbly marled.
Wow. I
And
thought there was like a
then
snowflake pattern in that, but no.
I put leather, I ordered leather bottoms and stitched those on.
So that they'll wear longer.
Yep. And I was super careful about felting them.
Were these
Um,
holes in the leather bottom already?
Yep.
Okay.
And there's no crease here in the middle. I did this absolutely to the T on the instructions. Now these were knit size small. These were knit size medium for women. They have women's and men's. And I just think the color turned out
Yeah,
really,
it did.
really cool.
That's really cool. I would agree. So did you say you did every other row, or how did you?
No, you're supposed, when you knit the slippers, you hold two strands together.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
that's
missed
how
that part.
I didn't explain that, but
Oh, okay.
what?
Yeah, that turned out to look very cool.
Oh, it was Knit Picks Highland worsted yarn.
Okay. Oh, I should have brought that pillow
Yeah.
next time.
So that's my slippers, and she gets them this Thanksgiving because I wanted to show them on here, and my notes are in Ravelry, so I know what to do next time.
They look awesome.
So
I think
yeah,
she's gonna really like that.
I'm super thrilled about that.
They also seem warm, and I think that the
Oh, they are
leather
warm.
on the bottom will make it so you
Mhm.
don't slip. Because
Yeah.
do you slip in your wool socks?
Uh-huh.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's dangerous because our
Yeah.
house has a lot of hardwood.
Yeah,
and
we do too.
it's
Yeah,
not good.
it's not good. Do you want to show a finished object?
Sure.
Yeah.
Here it is. These are the. I know I've worn them a couple times. This is the. I don't know. I think it's the
But what you
anniversary
cannot
sock
see-
by Leo and Roxy.
Yep. What you can't see is a little pink stripe up here and a little pink stripe here, and then this pretty marled fabric.
Yeah.
Here's the pink,
Yeah.
and then here's the marled.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll knit a hat from Hat and Fant out of this. No,
That's
I
a great
could-
idea.
I could do that.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
That's a really. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a really cute little hat.
It will be.
Yeah. These were really fun to knit. Really easy to knit. They give you the. I got the pattern from Leo and Roxy
Yeah.
as well.
I love these so much.
And I think I maybe added this stripe based on the Work It socks
Yeah.
from Max the Knitter.
Oh.
Because I thought that looked cool because it looks like the seam.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
There's another finished object that was really fun to knit. The kit was from Leo and Roxy.
Yeah.
The pattern was from Leo and Roxy. And then I just added that little seam. I knit that while we were in the hospital, so it was a good project to bide the time.
A little mindless. You didn't have to
Yeah.
really take
No.
a lot of thought for that.
No. Mm-mm.
As Corey Eichelberger would say, and shout out to Corey Eichelberger, I rock knits.
Yeah. IROC.
Dogus interruptus. That's what she would say. Dogus interruptus.
Cool. Okay, what's your next finished
Speaking of
object?
Corey Eichelberger,
Oh, yes. Oh, this looks
Lord.
nice. I'll hold it.
she designed Knit Words, a book, and it's where you knit words on a sweater, a cowl, a hat, a tunic, and a bag. And when I saw that bag, I knew I had to have it. And so
Have
you
it slash
you
make
knit the
it.
bottom, held double, and then you pick up stitches around, and then you just start knitting around, around and around and around and around. And then
That is so pretty, and your
son of a
combination,
flip-
your color
love
combos are
that
so
so
fun.
much. I love the color combination and everything.
And then the handles
Cloudborn.
are cool.
Yep. Cloudborn yarn from yarn.com or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
DK yarn. And then on the inside, I designed and sewed a liner.
You designed and
Yes,
sewed
I-
that?
yes.
Really?
Yep. I lined it, then I stitched the lining to the top of the bag with this orange.
That's a very cool contrast
Thing.
there.
And then I ordered the handles because I knew the handles matched the orange
Oh my
inner part.
goodness.
And then I ordered this. I mean, I know it's a god awful color, really. To go
No, I
with
like
the bag.
green. I like green a lot.
Insert to go in the bag.
Is this the one that she talks about?
She talks about you can buy an insert for the bag, but that's the only size I could get that would fit. I really wanted a taller insert.
Yeah, and she
But I
doesn't have a
couldn't-
top. This is
Yeah.
very impressive. I think this insert that you made is really smart
Yeah.
because otherwise,
It would flop
yeah, it would be
everywhere.
very floppy.
And
You
I
wouldn't see how
bought
cool it is.
special interfacing
I was gonna say, what did you put
for
inside it?
purses.
It's very stiff.
Yep, it's very
so
stiff.
holds the shape. I think that's.
And now
clutch.
I'm going to go to the Red Wing shoe store for the Red Wing shoes. You heard of Red Wing shoes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And get a piece of leather to
Oh.
stitch onto the bottom of this.
Oh, so you're gonna
So-
cover that up?
Yep.
Oh.
I don't want to use it and not have it covered up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So anyway,
That's really cool.
I am so incredibly proud of this. When
Yeah.
the worst part of this whole bag was stitching the buttons and the handles
Through
on.
the interfacing in the
Through
leather.
yep. And then
'Cause you're
Go
gonna
ahead.
run into that again when you put the leather on the bottom. Like, how are you gonna hand sew that?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna run into it because I'm not gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have to think.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah.
With all that tugging and pulling on the buttons, this little liner came loose. I got to stitch that back together. But if this doesn't bring me a grand champion,
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna bring that to the fair?
Absolutely.
Because that's fantastic.
if that doesn't freaking give me a grand champion, I'm gonna
you're
sob.
gonna stop knitting.
Oh, never. No.
That is really cool, and I hope that you make it clear about the liner that you
I'll have
made.
to.
Yeah, because that was.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it look so good.
Oh, I love that liner. I'm looking at the fabric. I had the interfacing, and I'm going. All right. Now what do I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was no easy project there.
No.
That was a lot of steps.
Yep.
Okay.
But worth it. So
Yes.
worth it. I knew it would be worth it.
Oh. Okay,
You know,
here's
I
another
love-
project.
I love this so much. I can't. Oh my
This
god.
is a little hat. knit with Gauge Dye Works all together now that you gifted me
Oh my God.
years ago. And I made another cowl out of it. I couldn't remember what I showed on the previous episodes.
I know it.
But that's one of my favorites. But then to use it again is just so cool. So this pattern is Heart Heads by Telly Bean Knits, I think. And then I did the double brim because I feel like that. I feel
Yeah, I
better
like
when
the
my
double
kids
brim.
have double
Oh, yeah.
brim
Yep.
over their ears rather than a single or
Yep.
a fold over.
Yeah.
And I feel like it holds a little better on. It stays snugger. You know, like some of my
Yeah.
hats, with
Yes.
just the ribbing,
yeah.
they get loose and I wash them, but they don't come back in. So double brim, but then the Heart Heads hat. So now my next plan is.
I want to knit one. Do they have a size for a grown up?
Oh yeah, because I don't think I actually used the size that the number of cast on stitches that she said to use. But now I'm going to see that also fits Ruby, my almost 3-year-old. So got big heads. But I'm gonna knit matching mittens because I still have some yarn left. So then I'm gonna put the rest of the mittens, double here with the cuff, and then knit this really simple. I think it was a free pattern. Dorothy mittens. That's on Ravelry. But then I'm gonna put the same heart little motif, like right here. Isn't that gonna be awesome?
Yeah.
That's gonna be so cool. So that might be my next
Oh.
project if it's not the shift cowl.
All right.
But this yarn is just some of the most beautiful yarn in the world. Gauge
Really,
Dye Works.
if it comes up again, I might have to get
I
another
know.
one.
I don't know
It's
why
like
a
that.
person wouldn't because it is just so
I
cool.
know
So
it.
bright. So
All
happy.
together, and I know the happiest yarn I've ever knit.
And you know
with.
what else she does sometimes? The woman who does Gauge Dye Works, there's colors that I would never really like usually at all, but because of how she puts them with other ones,
Yep.
I think, wow, that's brilliant.
I've
That's
gotten
really good.
I've gotten 2 of her yarns, so all together now, and whiskey in a teacup.
Mm-hmm.
And I do subscribe to her
Yeah,
emails
Yes.
just in case.
me too. I have another one of hers actually in the bottom here. This is not exactly a success story, but here's another one of hers.
Oh yeah.
It's so pretty.
Look at that.
It's so pretty. Oh, I meant to grab the pattern for this. Yeah, I do have it. Okay, so this is another one of her yarns. This was Azurite D. She did a bunch of different. Boy, that's so pretty. Maybe I won't frog that.
No, maybe you won't.
So I had.
Jeez, that's a
Knit-
cozy too.
I
It's
had
so soft.
And look at all these little
know.
bobble roll in this
Yeah.
pattern. I'll tell you the pattern soon. But
Lots
man,
of
those,
texture.
I didn't think bobbles would be fun, but those were.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had knit this
Oh.
yarn into Rising Dawn by Stephen
Yeah.
West.
Yes.
But then, and that took, who knows, days, hours, years, months, I'm not sure. And then I never wore it because the end of Rising Dawn has like this frill on it, and frill plus picot, and I just didn't like it. And when I put it on, I felt like it was like a chameleon's hood,
Mhm.
which is just not what I don't like how that looks on me. So, I frogged that entire shawl all over again, but I knew it because I love this yarn so much. I wanted it in something that I'd wear more. And cowls I wear a lot because they keep me warm and they don't fall off when I'm working. Here, let's just swap this out. So then I found, and I spent a lot of time looking at a lot of cowl patterns to figure out which one to do. And I found this one, which is a fantastic pattern, really fun to knit. I don't know that it's great with this yarn because I think it looks cool on the camera here, but I think this cowl.
But when it scrunches down, then you can't see the.
Right. Well, but I mean, that's
Yeah.
going to happen regardless of the yarn. You know what I mean? The part that I question if it doesn't work here is that it's just so busy. Like there's all the bobbles,
Oh.
plus all the color changes, and it seems a little bit too much. But when I put it on, dang it, it's just those
I don't
colors
think
are
it's-
just so
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
So who cares?
Yeah.
But this pattern would be, I think, even better in a tonal, solid, or a speckled yarn. It was really pretty. And I think I also did not, Adelaide by Cassie Monksguard. Or Lie. I don't know how she pronounces that.
That is practically enough knitting for a sweater right there.
I know, that's what I thought after I did
Son
this.
of
I
a
was like,
gun.
so what I'm thinking, actually, if I undo this, what if I did this marled with a light gray for a sweater? And then like even just the top, if the top was this marled with a gray,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the sweater was the light gray, that would be really pretty. But now that I have this on, it looks really pretty like this too.
Whatever you do, swatch to see if you like it first.
Yeah, but if I to swatch, I would have already undone this
I
anyway.
know.
But like that brown there is an example of a color I don't knit with brown.
Yeah.
I don't really like brown, but here, dang it, she was
I know.
right. Look at how
I
good
know.
that
She's.
looks.
I don't know.
It was.
I think you should wear it a couple of
I
times
think so, too.
to see what you think.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with
Yeah.
that plan. Yes,
Yeah.
but I would recommend this pattern in a solid, or a, even one that's like a slower color changing.
Yes.
I think it's a
yeah.
really pretty pattern. It was really fun to knit. I think I did slip stitches instead of like a seed stitch sort of thing in between, because I liked the texture of the slip stitches with this yarn. But yeah, so this is another Gauge Dye Works. Gorgeous work.
No kidding.
I did not get that Siren Song one, which is okay. I would have if it had timed out correctly, but I didn't. It didn't time out correctly, and actually that's good because I don't like to have a lot of yarn laying around. I mean, I get the impulse to get it because it's so beautiful, but I actually feel better when
Yeah.
I don't have much around me. Like when I get the stuff that I have done, and then I don't have an obligation to use the next stuff that I bought. You know, I just
Yes.
that feels good to me, and I have to remind myself of that when
Yeah.
I scroll through Instagram because
I know, me
there's so
too.
many pretty yarns
Oh.
that I just want to buy.
Yep.
Like Woolberry's All Is Calm. Oh, it was like a navy with basically like purples, greens, oily. I would knit a sweater out of that. It cost like $200 or $300, so I didn't. But boy, that was very pretty. But I try to remind myself, like Krista, it is beautiful, but you can't buy all the beautiful yarn.
I remind myself, Erin, you want to knit blank. While you are knitting this right now, let's say you are knitting this right now, you know that the next thing you want to knit is fill in the blank, right?
Yeah, it's my phone. Just ignore it.
Okay. So therefore, I don't go buying all of the other yarns. And the next thing I want to knit is, oh gosh, okay, I'll have to talk about it later because I can't think of what it is. All right, while we're looking, are we looking for your phone?
I was gonna try to turn that off.
Why don't I show another finished object? Let me dig them out. They're teeny, they're tiny, and they are delightful. And
Mm-hmm.
here is a picture of the pattern.
Yeah.
Hold on, folks.
Hat vent.
Hat Vent 2020
By
by
Jody
Jody Brown. Jody Brown Designs.
You did this last year as well. Those are really cool colors together.
And you know what?
Did you just use scraps?
They come from this.
Oh, no wonder I like them together so much.
I love them together.
Ooh, that too. That combination is cool. That's even better in person.
Here's the Green Bay Packer one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then this one is in the pattern. It's called Frosted Cranberry, and I have tried to knit it again, and I cannot get the hang of how these little knobs are made. And so
Maybe we'll do it together today and figure it out together.
God, yeah, we probably should.
Right,
But
because it shouldn't be. You're thinking it is not intended to be wholly like that.
No, it is. I mean, you
Oh.
can't really see the holes up close. I mean, far away. But there's a weird reverse yarn over. So knit two together, reverse yarn
I
over,
don't know if
knit
you're
two
supposed to
together,
tell
reverse
people.
yarn
I
over.
don't know if you're supposed to tell people this.
Well, it's too
Anyway.
freaking. I mean, it's somewhere in
She
the
said it
pattern.
was a special yarn over thing, wasn't it?
I don't know. But anyway, I can't get it with magic loop. It's really, really confusing.
Okay,
But anyway,
these look really cool.
this is my favorite one right here.
I think. Well, did you not do the icicle one?
I did the icicle one, and I
Didn't turn out.
don't like it.
What colors
I-
did you use for that?
I used a gray with this light blue popping through.
You didn't like it at all. Like you're gonna undo it. It was that
I don't know what I'm gonna do
unlikable.
with it.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Well, let me decide if I like it.
It's somewhere. It's not here. It's somewhere upstairs probably.
Dang it.
Yep.
Dang it. Those look really cool. I love those colors together. That's the other thing about Hatfin is it doesn't have to be Christmassy.
I love
It can just be
Hatband.
wintry.
I'm gonna knit a few more of these in the using the same colors, and I mean, who knows?
That looks so cool.
And then the pom pom. Can I say? Yep, I must not have brought it down.
Do you want me to go get it?
Nope. There's nothing you can get.
We're not getting anything. That's
We're
why
not getting
down.
anything.
That's why we're down here.
That's why we're getting it right here. I brought it down. I brought it down. This, yep, there it is. There's the icicle hat. And this
Okay,
one is from Hat Vent 2019.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, are you gonna do one of all of her hats from 2020
Probably.
and then one of all of her hats from
Probably.
2019, but in
Yep.
the same color group?
Probably.
That's a really cool idea.
And then there's
I
on
can
Grocery
see
Girls
something's not
Knit.
quite right about this, right?
Yeah, it's not right. I don't like it.
I don't,
And it's so much smaller than
Solid.
the others.
I think it's supposed to be solid on the top, maybe.
I don't know. But I don't
Then
like
it'd look cool.
it.
Neat. The grocery girl's selling
Yeah,
something.
they're selling mini pom poms. It's like six
Oh,
for
yeah.
$22. I'm thinking, are you freaking kidding me right now? So
What?
this is I'm not paying $22 for 6 teeny tiny pom poms. I'm just not doing it.
But some people might end up really happy for it.
Some people might and they'll be really happy for
Yeah.
it, but not me.
But not you.
So I found my mini pom pom maker from Clover, and I made.
That's so cute.
Gosh dang it! I mean, they
Yeah.
could not be any cuter
No,
if they tried.
they couldn't.
God, I mean,
I agree with
shoot. And Jody, if you watch this,
Jody right.
if you watch this,
Yeah.
this
Uh-huh.
does make me want to knit this pattern in the big pattern that you
Mhm.
have. No kidding. So
Yeah, do you
And-
have enough to do it in those colors
no,
too?
maybe I'd rather knit Corey Eichelberger's Knit Words lanyard or something with
Oh.
these colors, but
Oh.
son of a gun,
Yeah,
I am loving the colors so much.
they're really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And so a shout out to the pom pom maker, folks. If you are a pom pom fan, get the pom pom maker. It's absolutely worth it. And mine came in a set of from tiny to big. So
Yeah, I have
That's-
2 giant ones though.
that's my
They're
tool.
bigger.
That's my tool shout out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oop, 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 oop. Anything else you got in there?
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
I can pull out endlessly near.
Do we want to take a little sewing break? No, I'll show that. Okay. So, Andrea Mowry had the bean and olive sweater,
Yes.
and as soon as she threw the teaser out, which was like
Oops.
back in maybe August or July, I don't know, but I was like, I can't wait to knit
is
that.
so gorgeous.
So I knit one for Ruby. That's the back.
Son of a gun.
Here's the front. Isn't that so
Okay,
cute?
let's just. I want to
Fits
talk
her
about.
perfectly.
Look at this speckled. What do you call this speckled yarn?
I think so.
This.
It's called Glitter Sky by House of Alamode.
Oh yeah.
It's Aran. It's soft.
There's a
It's got
raspberry in here
The
and a
prettiest
rust
colors.
or pumpkin color. Perfect match to son of a gun. Look at how beautiful.
Isn't that
is.
gorgeous? So then the contrast colors, because I ordered this online, and I ordered another one with it because I thought it would be my contrast, which is Glitter Peach, also by House of Alamode, and it's gorgeous as well.
Oh.
Gorgeous, but I didn't really like that combination together. So then I had to go to Darn It anyway to find. Man, I hope I can find something that goes with this.
It's a bummer nobody likes going there.
And then, would you believe, it was the most perfect contrasting yarn.
Yep.
And look at, I can't wait to make
Oh
something
my
with
gosh.
these because look at how perfect that was.
Oh gosh.
Look at
I
that
know.
with this.
Yep.
I walked in, it took me like 6 minutes and I was in and out.
Done.
I wound it, no I didn't. Yeah, I wound it at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful. So this one is Dream in Color yarn.
Oh, I've knit with that before.
It's really nice.
Oh yeah.
Worsted weight, superwash merino. One of the colors is called Do Re Mi. I don't know which one.
God, I look adorable in this.
Yeah, you do actually. It's a beautiful.
Yeah.
So I love this
Jeez.
so much. For Ruby, what do you do when you love it so much? You knit another one for your other daughter. So I knit two. Cause look how good they are. And Annie chose. She wanted these colors together, which man, I just finished weaving the ends in.
Two sisters with the sweater. You gotta get them in a picture.
Oh, of course. This is just.
Dang it!
Isn't that's so cute? Holding these is just so cute. So this was Andrea Mowry's Bean and Olive in House of Alamode and Dream in Color.
Bravo!
But this glitter
Oh
sky
my gosh!
color,
I want a sweater in this.
I would recommend it 100%. I also did the helical knitting here. You know where you switch,
Yeah. Okay.
and that was fun and easy. I messed it up one time. I'm not going to show you.
No. Because I would never know it anyway.
Right.
I wouldn't know it.
It is beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, and look at I have one extra skein. So what do I do with that? I think I'm gonna do mittens.
You get about 7 more, and you knit yourself a sweater out of
No, I
this,
think I'm
baby.
gonna do mittens because I'll wear those every day. Yep,
House of Alamode,
glitter sky colorway.
Glitter Sky.
Erin, worsted.
I
Is that
just
the
want
same?
to. Yeah, Erin is a little bit thicker, a tiny bit thicker. Okay.
Okay.
Because I have. This could be a beautiful base for the
Everything.
Hero sweater, HIRO, which I really want to knit.
I thought you did already.
I didn't.
Which one is that? Oh, it's
It
got-
has a beautiful
Yeah.
yoke here.
Oh yes.
But the next thing I knit, I want to knit
That's so pretty.
that jacket that Tracy Miller had. It was the
Waves of Change.
Waves of Change
Yeah, that
jacket,
one
and
was
I'm
really cool.
waiting
With
for
Barrett.
Woolco to come out.
Yeah.
They're sold out. They've been sold out forever, and I'm waiting
It's
for
totally
that.
understandable why, because it
Yeah.
looks awesome.
That's my next sweater, and I'm waiting for that.
This is another funny thing, and I see it now. But I was working on this when I got this yarn, and so then I showed my mom, you know, the awesome contrasting colors with it. She goes, "Yeah, it's the same."
Yeah. I was thinking that too while you were talking. It is the same.
Yep, it is.
We
and I
go
love
towards
it.
the same colors. I mean,
love it.
The colors are the colors that you like,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, okay, now we'll go into sewing because also to go with. Sorry, Minnie.
It's okay.
To go with this sweater, I sewed this dress.
Oh,
So look at that with the little collar
my
over top.
God.
For Thanksgiving! It's a little
Oh.
big. The collar's a little bigger than I would have preferred it to be. But this is
Just
using
pull-
a vintage
let's pull back a
pattern.
little bit. Oh, that is really, yeah.
A vintage, I think, like butterick pattern that
Yep.
my mom had from, I don't know, probably the 50s. So she got it from someone even before that. But
Okay,
isn't
now
that cute?
get the sweater up now, underneath this collar.
Yeah. That doesn't look good.
That's so perfect.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah.
Look at that. So.
And there are little dots in this fabric that match the orange here.
Uh-huh. Yep. So the other thing though, I'm
Jeez.
considering I've got to put the buttons on the back. That's really the only piece left, and I'm not sure which buttons to do.
Yeah.
So I went to my mom's store, which is just her basement.
My
It
mom
has-
has a store too.
Oh, she's got so
Oh.
many treasures down there. So I was finding which buttons to put, and I kind of like these. on here. But my mom was like, Chris, what? Are you even considering those? And I was like, yeah. She's like, that looks like a mistake. I said, no, I don't like this color with it. I don't know. I'm not sure which color I'll go with.
I think you heard like crickets chirping when you.
Yeah, I know. You don't
chirping.
like that either, but. And then she had these lace, which, look how cool this could possibly look. Maybe under. I don't know if I do the light one or the dark one. But just add a little. Oh, you can't. It's not translating well.
Depends. Depends on the sweater.
Yeah.
Grab the sweater. I got it.
Well, like, I think it looks better actually with the dark orange. 'Cause look at that dark orange with the navy. I like that a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But close enough that it will be done by Thanksgiving.
And that stays
That's
away.
funny that you didn't like those buttons on there either.
It could work. I don't know. They're just buttons. You clip them off if you don't like them, right?
Yep. So there. That's pretty much all I brought.
Well, here's another
Mhm.
finished object that I just dug out.
That's
So-
beautiful.
This is a kit.
You should duck your head more so you can see the pearl.
This is a
Yeah.
kit from the
Ooh.
Crafty Jackalope, where you get a thin little silver cord that holds these sequins, and then you get this yarn that is made that is a cashmere yarn. The pom-pom didn't come with it.
Mm.
And you knit it double. The pattern comes, it's just a very simple hat. I followed the pattern, and it's a thin, pretty, soft, beautiful hat that gives me a lot of joy.
That's beautiful.
When you look at it on the camera, it is not nearly as gorgeous
As
as
sparkly.
it is and sparkly
That's
as it is
true.
in person. I just want a smaller hat, but still I absolutely love this hat, and if I just want to feel happy, I will just pull this
it on.
out of
I can
the
see why.
drawer and I just put it on.
I can see why
Yeah,
for sure.
And I took a picture of it, and it is my lock screen on my iPad.
Oh
So
yeah, and that was really
just-
pretty. Yeah, it was so pretty.
And if I got more of this cashmere yarn, I'd probably knit some mittens in it to go along with the
With
hat.
the sparkle.
Mhm.
Ooh, that'd
With
be
the
so
sparkle.
pretty.
Oh, gosh.
That would be so pretty.
I love it so much.
That's fun.
I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of things while we're moving ahead.
Okay.
You may or may not
Ooh.
have seen these before, but these are fingerless mitts. And the pattern is called Spiced Cocoa. And you knit this band, and then you do a right twist,
That's pretty.
knit, and then come around, and then you do a purl. So then the knit stitches look like it's vertical, the purl stitches look horizontal with this little ridge going through it. There is a right and there is a left,
Mhm.
and it hugs your hand and is so pretty.
Yeah.
And this
Do
is
you? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say. This is probably you vary the size based on your size of needle and your size of yarn. Or size of needle.
Do you wear these often?
Yeah.
Do your fingers get cold then?
I just wear them out to do a little bit of work outside maybe.
Okay.
I don't wear them, or if I'm going to drive, like for driving, I like my fingers free if I'm driving.
Okay. So yes, your fingers do get cold if you.
Yeah, they'll probably get cold.
Because I'm thinking the next pair of mittens I knit would be convertible. Have you knit
Oh
any
yeah, no,
convertible mittens?
no, I don't want a pair of convertibles. You knit a thumb gusset, and they're simple and they're fun. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the pattern.
Show your tag too.
Here's my tag,
What was
Erin?
this pattern called?
Spiced Cocoa Mitts.
Spice cocoa.
And I'm out of my tags. I really need to get more tags because I think it looks really cool when you have your tag on
Yeah,
it.
and now that you're making it for the art store.
Yeah, now that I'm making for the art
Yeah,
store.
that would be cool.
Sometimes a person just needs a mindless knit, and here is just a cute little holiday washcloth
That is.
in 100% cotton, in some soft cotton yarn I got. And
Do you think you got this from Knit Picks?
no, I know I bought it from Hobby Lobby.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
called
Yeah.
I Love This Cotton, or I Love This Yarn, cotton yarn. And I just
What
thought
a
it'd be-
happy little pick me up.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
love that.
and it's called Grandma's Favorite.
Yeah, washcloth.
And this one I wanted with the little holes. There's an option not to do the holes, and it just makes me really happy just to
Totally.
have something like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I knit
That's
it maybe
soft.
in an afternoon. Yeah.
Oh, that is a pleasant little
Yeah.
treat.
Yep. Yep.
Look at that.
It is. And then my son and daughter-in-law, I had knit them Christmas stockings last year.
Oh,
Well, now that we have a grandson,
Yeah.
it has been requested of me
Oh.
that Owen gets a stocking.
Also, never mind.
So I knit, my son Coulter got the reindeer. My daughter-in-law Heather got the ones with the snowflakes. And neither one of them got their name on it. They didn't want it. But now Owen's going to get this one with the snowman with his name on it. This I would highly recommend to anyone who wants to knit themselves a Christmas stocking. It's about this big. It's fairly decent sized. You get the alphabet with it. You get all 3 stocking patterns, and I'm knitting it in Cascade Worsted 220.
Did you share the name of that pattern?
No, because I held it up.
Christmas stocking
It's
by
from
Knit Pearl Hunter.
Yeah, Knit Pearl Hunter. Knit Pearl Hunter is a fabulous resource on YouTube. Anyone who needs to get advice, I love, love, love this.
3 different kinds of trees, and look at the
Yes.
reindeer. That's fun.
I know.
And then this sort of fair isle.
Yeah. And I
That's
think
really
on my reindeer, I'm not sure on the pattern, but on the reindeer I knit, I gave him a red nose, I think.
Oh.
Or I may have gone back and I
Went
did the
over it.
stitch over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. For
That's
Rudolph.
cool.
Yeah.
that's really cute.
Yep. And then
Here, I'll go.
okay.
This is a book that I learned about when from watching Christy Glass Knits, and she was talking to Melanie Fallick about making a life. So this is Melanie's book.
Were you talking
Making a
about this
Life.
book the last time we all
Mhm.
got together? Okay,
Yeah.
talk about it.
Um.
Talk about it while I'm looking through it. So, It's
I
really
was gonna
pretty.
reference it later. Oh,
my goodness.
earlier. So
Keep talking.
it's called Making a Life, but she's gives a bunch of ideas that I think are really worth considering. One of the things she talks about early on, because I'm not very far into the book either, is this idea that we have this this
Born to be creative.
instinctual drive to create, and she
Mhm.
says also to make things beautiful, but that we have a drive to like do things with our hands, and that here's one idea to consider. She one of the people she interviewed talks about cell phones and how like cell phones like give us something to do with our hands, but without without much or any end product, like anything at the end. So it can consume your time. It can fix that need for like using your hands, but then there's nothing at the end of it. There's no productivity to it. Not that it's all bad, but just so they suggest that could lead to dissatisfaction. I mean, all this time that we spend
Yeah.
creating this need but not creating something can be really dissatisfying for
Oh.
people. We don't even realize the habits that we're in that do that. And so this is a bunch of different stories about different people who make and create.
I want to get this book.
You would love it.
Working by hand and discovering the life you are meant to live. That is me all over the place.
Yeah, it is. And another thing that they
Gosh.
talk about is just the satisfaction that can come from using your hands to wash dishes. like too sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like things that we consider mundane or something that we want to avoid, but seeing the gift in those things.
I love that so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat ideas to consider in that book.
Okay, so you heard about it on Christy Glass Knits.
Yes.
And you bought it through.
No, I got it from the library. I'm just borrowing.
That's
it
from the library.
Mm-hmm.
Crap! I think
Yep.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another thing she talked about is like maybe I'm pulling other ideas together here, but just this like more, and like with knitting, you know, like it's so easy to feel like there's so many things I want to do.
It is.
But then if we can, another way to consider it might be just like enjoying the one that you're on, which that works for me. That's why I prefer to not. It's okay when I can't get the Siren Song yarn that looks so beautiful because that's the world kind of helping me out to be like, just be happy with what you are knitting right now. The other thing that is always nice when I don't buy a yarn that I think looks really beautiful and I want it, I guarantee you by the time I finish what I'm working on, there's going to be another thing that seems just as beautiful and I want just as much.
Yeah.
So to remind myself about, like, hold on, you really want this right now, but this is an emotion that is catching you right now.
Yeah.
This want, that desire is an emotion that you're feeling right now, but it's not. Here's, because this is another thought that occurred to me is, you know, will I be happier when I get it? Or would I be happier if I could remind myself, recognize or feel like, guess what? I don't have it and I'm still really happy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which one is going to get it? To get the happiness of grabbing whatever it is you think you need? Or is it to realize, wow, I'm happy and I don't even need to grab it?
Yeah.
I think the latter is going to bring me more satisfaction, more joy. I mean, it still gets tricky because your Instagram feed is full of beautiful yarn, but at times when I can grab onto that reminder, it works for me.
It has to be a real gut punch passion shot in the arm for me to want to do it. And the last thing that did that to me was a Joji Locatelli, her latest shawl. It's got a fan pattern, and of course I didn't bring it down here. But anyway,
next time
that hit me in the heart like a Cupid's arrow. Boom! I bought the pattern. I went on to Darn It Anyway. There was this gorgeous Malabrigo Rios blue denim yarn. I knew I had to have it right then and there. And it's not like, oh, this is really pretty. It was a visceral, I've got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got a couple more things. And to what you were talking about, I got to get that. This was kind of like oh my gosh, I have to have that. And now I have it. And it's like, oh God, what am I going to do with it?
But it's very pretty. Oh, don't even. You know, that it's
I know it's really pretty. And I'm probably going to knit.
But, yeah.
There is an Andrea Mowry shawl about, Find Your Fade shawl or something like that, which I will probably use this on.
Uh-huh.
And when you look up close
really
at
pretty.
this,
you're going to like this once you knit
I
it.
know.
What is this called? Where'd you get it?
It's a Koi Goo pencil box. It's called
From online, or where did
from
you?
online. It was an exclusive offer through Knit Stars.
Oh. Well, yeah. Ooh, I like that blue, the sharp blue in there. Come on.
You getting it or no?
Nope, it's not focusing on it. Get myself out of here. Nope, it's not happening. Yep, these are pretty.
Yeah.
These are pretty.
So
that'll be really neat when you make something out of it.
It will be.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like I really want to have it. I've always wanted to have this thing, And I splurged. I'm not a lot of a splurger, but I did splurge on that. Okay, 2 more things.
Cool. I have another book though.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a book I read with my kids called Layla's Happiness. Again, from the library. But it goes through, she talks about, my name is Layla, I'm 7 years old, sorry.
That's okay.
She talks about her name, but then she's talking about all these different things. The full moon makes her happy without even happiness is climbing a tree. Happiness is my mom reading poetry to me. Happiness is this, and then it goes to the end, and it talks about
Nice pictures. Look at how pretty.
yeah, they're really cool pictures. But then at the end, it asks, I think happiness is showing my mom the outer space. La la la. Where is it? Do you think so? That's what I think. Do you think so too? What is happiness to you? And I thought, what a great question to ask kids.
Yeah.
To get them thinking about that, just to be mindful about what brings joy. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe it's not necessary because kids are just have a propensity for doing what is joyful. But it seemed like a cool question. I'd love to know what my kids. They weren't all here. I read it to the twins. They couldn't answer that question for me. But
Anytime you can ask kids about what is happiness to you or even what is sadness to you, to get them thinking about their emotions is critical.
yeah, a little more awareness.
Is critical.
Well, and I wanted to know, what would my kids say? What is happiness to you?
Did you get it?
Not
Out of
yet.
it?
No.
No.
Not yet. So Layla's Happiness, written by, I'll try to pronounce Maria Dessa Akiritali, and illustrated by Ashley Corin. There we go. Cool. Your turn.
Last December 31st, we
Yeah.
got together and we had a retreat and we made books.
That's the prettiest thing on this podcast yet today, I think. I just am so amazed that you made that. This was pretty.
Really fun. So we had these books and we answered these questions and I went home and I created this cover and the questions that we asked about 2019 were pause and reflect about your year. What were the standouts of your year? The songs, the books. What was the best part of your year? What surprised you in this year? What energized you? What drained you? What were the wins?
Having no idea what kind of year was coming.
I know. What were the challenges? This was about 2019. We had to reflect on 2019.
Right, yeah.
And lessons learned. And then write an intention for 2020, for 2020.
Right, which is where you had no idea what was
You have
coming.
no idea. So I took that and I created this book. And so, like, let's say February. This is reflect about February, so after February's happened. But while February is happening, what are the standouts? Songs, books, media.
Did you make it through the whole year doing that?
Yes,
Boy,
I'm still doing it.
you are so good at that.
The best part of the month, what energized me, what drained me. And this was a really fun way to just keep a journal of the year. And every month I added a piece of artwork to it. Here's October.
Yeah.
Here's, oh, come on, Aaron. Here's November
Oh yeah, with the election.
with the election.
Did you? That was. You didn't make that, did you?
No, that one I didn't. I cut it
Right,
out of a
okay,
magazine.
Okay.
And I wanted to make myself one for 2021.
Look at you.
So this image right here is an image one of our students painted. They painted it in a great big piece of paper.
Oh, okay. And he sent it to you?
No, I took a picture of it. This
Okay.
was I think this was my last year of teaching.
Okay.
I took a picture of it and I have used this because I have loved what he painted.
Absolutely.
And it gives me so much joy every time I see what this kid did. And then I got on the computer and I wrote out, what is your intention for the month of January?
Are you kidding?
No.
And then you,
The
how'd
month-
you punch it all to make a book out
Hold
of
on.
this?
The month of January, and then a piece of art will go there, and then I wrote out, this is what we're going to do.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. You are. This is an example of you extra. Like,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
So I had to figure out how to get it to print front and back.
Yeah.
Then I cut the papers apart, stacked them all together. You know, you got to have 12
You're
months.
such a beautiful extra.
And then I have this machine where it punches all the holes and
Okay.
it'll crank this
Yeah.
binding in.
And then,
Yeah. And my husband, lean in close because this is a secret. My husband goes, blankety blank. What the hell? Who keeps printing on this printer? The ink is so damn expensive.
as if he didn't know. Who else? There's no one else here. Minnie's not printing.
The ink is so expensive. What are you printing? I said, I don't hardly print
It's
anything.
black ink on white paper.
So, oh.
He knew very well who was
He
printing.
has no idea I'm doing this. And then, God, do you have to print all those knitting patterns?
Oh, cry me a river.
And I
Russ.
said, you know what? You bought the printer. I'm printing the mother effer.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Ross,
So,
go
yeah.
buy another SUV vehicle. Not SUV, ATV.
Exactly. Go buy some land. Go buy your
Ross,
tractor.
Go buy another four-wheeler and we'll
Fudge.
take care of this.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Erin, that's really
Yeah.
incredible
Not fun.
and beautiful. Yeah, good thing you noticed the beauty in that because that
Mm.
is gorgeous.
I have done so. Yeah.
Holy hell, I can't
Holy
look
shirt
at
balls.
this.
Holy forking shirt balls.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
That's really
But you know,
exciting.
but it's so much fun because now you know what? I can go. Oh, look at August. God, I did that a lino cut. So I can look back and go.
What's a lino cut? Is that where you shave
You're
it?
carving and shaving.
I did
yeah.
that in 7th grade. I remember that.
Oh, in August,
This is Hibschman.
the song in my head was, "Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down." Do you know that one?
No.
Oh no, I got to keep on moving. And then I was singing "All You Need Is Love." That was in my head. The media for that month was called Longmire. It's on Netflix. Run, do not walk. Run to watch this.
I think you say that in every podcast.
I know.
about something. That's good.
What energized me? Oh, I tried new recipes: a shrimp boil, zucchini boats.
Me. I was
Best
wondering
part
if
of
this
that
was
month
about
was I
blood.
got together with my friends Carissa, Jess, Corinne, Nicole.
Yep.
We won't get into politics. What drained me. Look at the stack of wins and joys.
That's cool to have record of that.
You know, canning salsa. I knit a sparkle hat. A visit from Don and Sue. Kayaking the
That's
Cannon
cool.
River.
Have you ever kept a journal?
And
Do you think this is in some ways easier to keep up with than a journal?
yes,
I could see that.
yeah.
I could see that.
So it's fun to look back and
Because you
and
also have the whole
realize.
month.
Mhm.
You're doing this in a monthly, so it's
What surprised you in the month of October? Accumulation of snow on 10/20. I said, what the hell?
it's not that surprising in Wisconsin though.
But then I was surprised at being happy about the snow.
I'm just gonna tell you, if you ever have more work like that, you should
That was just finger painting. I dipped my finger in paint and I slopped it on some black paper and just dotted it around.
I would buy that from you. If you gave me something like that, I would frame it in my house. I love that so much.
Okay, I'll have to make you one.
I don't want to ask for it, but I'm just telling you, I would really love it.
Let me tell you, I am the gardener. In my life and in my relationships, I am the gardener. And all of my friends are the flowers. My husband's the flower. My kid is the flower. My mother's the flower. No one takes care of me. I am the gardener.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Screw you. Okay, you have one more thing to show?
No, I don't. I can.
Well,
I mean,
the other thing.
This thing.
Yeah, that looks cool.
This used to be called Mason Dixon knitting, and now it's called MDK, Modern Daily Knitting. They changed
Oh, really?
their name because of Black Lives Matter, which I think was really
Oh.
smart.
Yeah.
But they come out with these little booklets that have they have a theme, and then they have little patterns inside. And I just want to show you one that I really like a
Is
lot.
that where you got the cocoa?
No,
Oh.
but this is another fingerless mitt that I want to knit. The Appleseed mitts.
Yeah, those are pretty.
And then they have the Appleseed coaster to go along with that. And with a couple of, here's a better picture of the coaster.
Those are pretty.
So just a shout out to Modern Daily Knitting for,
Mary Sangria. Yes, please.
little recipe in there. So these are really fun little books to get.
Yeah,
And
do you buy the book or is it a magazine subscription?
nope, you buy the book
From where? Online?
from Modern Daily Knitting.
Okay.
This one says Mason Dixon Knitting, but it's not that anymore. It's Modern Daily Knitting. And sometimes, like around the holidays, they'll do a little shout out. Get 3 for this much. This package of 3 for this much.
Through the books.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Was this from last year?
this might have been a
Christmas time?
couple of years ago, because in the set that I got was my Hadley sweater. And
That was
so,
a few years
yeah.
ago then. Wow.
That's I'm pretty much done.
Excellent. Let me see. I don't think I have anything more. I mean, well, one more.
Oh,
One more thing. This is a follow up because I do know that I had
yeah.
just started this in our previous podcast.
yeah.
So,
Oh, come on, Minnie.
a year later,
Hi, baby.
it is done. This was the Feather Cardigan
My God.
by Heidi May. And this was also for Annie. She's worn it, so it's a little worn, but
Can you turn it around?
Yeah.
I just want to show the complete.
yeah. This is Spin Cycle's Devilish Grin. I don't remember which
I
one.
like
It
that
was
slow
change.
change. Yeah.
It's a really cute little cardigan.
Is that a worsted weight? DK, probably.
I don't remember. I don't know. Don't they have? There's dyed in the wool, and then there's another one. I don't remember which one this is. I feel like it was probably dyed in the wool.
When we're done, let's find my.
Pillar?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finished this one, and boy, I like it. I love it, actually.
You bet.
It's really, really pretty. I love these up here the most, but I love the whole thing.
When Annie and Ruby grow out of these beautiful things, what
Uh-huh.
are you going to do with them?
Well, I've wondered about that because I've got nieces as well that are younger than Annie and Ruby, and so I could, or like even my goddaughter,
Yeah.
Hazel. I'm thinking,
Oh, that's a pretty name.
I
I like Hazel.
yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe I would pass it along to them so that it gets worn more.
Yeah.
Because I could keep them, like maybe something I'll keep, but like those sweaters down there for sure, I will pass those along to someone who will wear them. And this one, I don't know, I might keep that one, but maybe not.
Beautiful and functional and just so nice.
Soft and warm. It
Yeah.
just makes me smile whenever Annie comes downstairs in the morning. She's got it on. Like, oh,
Oh.
I love it.
So now, you didn't steek it though, right?
I did not.
It's a
steek
cardigan, but
it.
yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I did not steek it. No.
No.
Yeah, I must have gone back and forth, huh?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's beautiful yarn. I would
Yeah.
look forward to knitting with Spin Cycle again sometime. I just don't have any plans right now.
Spin
with it,
cycle is a
but-
splurge,
Yep,
I think.
but I don't regret it getting it. Like it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And again, look at there's my color.
Yeah.
Unpredictable, but whatever.
So
I like
what,
it.
right?
I like it.
Yes.
So, great. Anything else to talk about? Let's end with 2 things we're thankful for. right before Thanksgiving.
How can I pick two things, Carissa?
I'm not
I am
saying
the
that it encompasses
thankful.
everything
I'm
you're
the thankful
for.
queen. I'm always so grateful for so many things.
You don't have to get super thoughtful about this.
Okay.
I'll start.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really thankful for is that we have an entire week off of school this week for Thanksgiving, and it's the best. It is so
I can believe it.
welcome.
Yeah.
In the school year, so then I've got time to do this, and I've got time to go to the dentist and bring the kids to the dentist, and figure out the medical bills from Gabe's surgery and stuff. Like, man, that gift of time this week with this whole week off is awesome. I'm so thankful for it. So thankful.
Second thing?
I don't know. You go next.
God dang.
Oh, all right,
Okay.
no, I've got my second already.
Go do it.
Monopoly Junior. We started playing it maybe last week. The boys have really been into Monopoly lately, but I
love Monopoly so
I
much.
hate it.
I
It
love
takes so long.
You just quit.
Did you know? No, we don't quit. Did you know though that you're not supposed to put all that extra junk in free parking? In the legit Monopoly classic version, you don't put anything in free parking.
I know, but who cares? I do.
I do because it makes
I love.
the game
Oh, I love
take
free parking.
longer.
Yes.
So I told the boys because they just kept asking me to play it. I was like, I will play Monopoly once a week, but then you can't ask me again for another week.
Yeah.
Once a week. So we did play it on Sunday. So I did my game. I lost on Sunday, but I won last week, which actually it was a lot more fun. But thankfully, someone pulled out Monopoly Junior, which I will play every day of the week because it takes 15 minutes. And Annie, who is 5.5, she can play it. She's right. Everything costs $1. If you paid $1 to buy it, you pay $1 to rent on it. You start with $20.
Oh,
It's just
that's nice.
Super
Yeah.
simple, super fun,
Yes.
super quick. Everyone enjoys it. I will play Monopoly Junior for 3 hours before I would play one game of Monopoly for 3 hours. So I'm really thankful for Monopoly Junior. And the kids are playing it together, just them this morning, which any game that they'll play together, I am on board for.
You're kidding.
So, week off of school and Monopoly Junior, those are two things I'm thankful
All right,
for.
I'm thankful for my 5th grade teacher. So, just let's pull it out of the hat. That's what you said.
Yes.
So I'm thankful for my 5th grade teacher, whose name is Barb Klasinski, who I am now friends with. I searched her. We're now friends. She lives in Northfield. When I was in 5th grade, I think this woman was the best teacher I had going through school. She taught us how to play cribbage.
Oh.
And I love playing cribbage so much, and I can barely get my husband to play it with me because
bummer.
I kind of every time I beat him, and I don't
Do you
even
think that's why?
no.
or does he
Yes,
just
that
not-
is why.
That's why
But-
he doesn't like to
but
play?
I
Because he
don't-
doesn't like to lose?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't play cutthroat. I tell him, I give him the points that he missed, but he still loses. I just have to let him the draw.
He's probably not used to losing.
Do you know how to play cribbage?
Oh, yeah.
You want to play today?
Sure.
Oh, thank God!
Oh, yeah.
My second thing I'm grateful for, Chris is going to play cribbage with me.
Oh, let's end this!
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We love to bring you our passion for knitting, our passion for reading, our passion for our friendship,
Yeah.
and just being together. So
It's fun to share, and I hope you watch,
Yeah.
and I hope you enjoy.
please tune in. I'm not going to edit a thing of this out. So knock on wood, this is going in.
All right.
Bye,
Have
you
a great-
guys.
Have a great
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye-bye.